What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sean Wave, and I'm back at y'all with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what hair length you should keep your hair at to get 360, 540, or 720 waves. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so this video is for my beginners and also for wavers that are having a few trouble spots, a few trouble areas in their pattern. So I get this question all the time. But people always ask me when they want to get 360 waves, they ask me what length they should get their hair cut to. And my first answer all the time is, if you're first starting out, you know anything about waves, cut your hair down to a 1.5. And I say cut your hair down to a 1.5 because I want you to start to train your hair at the root so you can train your hair to lay. And if you keep brushing, your hair is going to start to be training to lay in the direction that you want your waves to go. I'm not saying your waves are going to come in like that, but it's going to start to train your hair in that direction. Now, if you're a beginner, go about 4 weeks. Do not get a haircut. Don't do anything to your hair as far as cut. At that 4-week mark, if you need to, cut down to a 2 or a 2.5 depending on how long your hair is. I say that because if you cut back down to a 1.5, you may mess up your progress that is coming in. You want to start to train your hair at higher length because most times people's curl length is higher than a 1.5. You don't start out with your curl length being a 1.5. My curl length right now currently is about a 1.5, and that's because my hair is trained and my waves they're deep. There's depth in my waves. But if your hair is not trained at that 1.5, you can get waves at a 1.5. So that's why I say cut down to a 2. Preferably, I'll say cut down to a 2.5. I feel like that's the perfect length for any hair type. And what you want to do is, once you cut down to that 2 or 2.5, go about 6 to 8 weeks, getting it in, brushing, you know, doing all your methods and everything. And then on that cut date, cut down to a 2 or 2.5 again. I promise if you guys do that, you'll see more progress faster. If you keep cutting down to a 1 or 1.5, then you're not going to see progress. You'll see a little bit of progress because, of course, you're brushing your hair, but you're not going to see the progress that you want to see. And I say all this to say, to get an elite pattern, it takes about 2 years. But it takes 2 years keeping your hair at that length. Honestly, you shouldn't cut down to a 1.5 again, at least until a year into your pattern. And I'm going to talk about it in a future video. The only reason why you should ever really cut down to a 1.5 is to see what's going on with your waves, to check on direction, to check on how your crown is flowing, to check on where your crown is at, and lastly, just to do a depth check to see if you got it, you know. But other than that, you should always stay above a 2. And the reason why I'm saying this, keep your hair above a 2, and preferably a 2.5, is I want you guys to progress. Now, let's think about some wavers that you may know. Think about, I'm going to go through all the textures that you guys think you may know. So let's talk about the top wavers. So you got one, PB the GOAT. His curl length, he has a smaller curl length similar to mine. His hair is always above a 1.5. He never really cuts down to 1.5 ever. Matter of fact, I think his haircut length right now is about either a 2.5 or a 3. Jeezy. When's the last time you seen Jeezy with a 1.5? He's done it before, but most of the times he gets his hair cut down to a 2.5 or a 3. And let's talk about, let's say somebody, Hurricane Henry. Hurricane Henry Holly cuts down to a 1.5. I know he just scalped recently, but still, he keeps his hair between a 2 and a 3. As a matter of fact, it may even be higher. So conceptually, you guys have to see that and visualize like, wow, these guys never really get their hair cut down to 1.5 or a 1. They get their hair cut down to higher lengths because that's where their curl length is at, and that's when their waves look better. In short, guys, I want you guys to start cutting between a 2 and a 2.5. If your fresh cut look good on a 3, then cut down to a 3. Matter of fact, RG3 just made a post on the wave pages saying that a 3 is her new haircut length. I'm telling you guys, we could all cut down to that 1.5, but if you guys want to make progress and keep progressing and get to that elite status, you want to cut between a 2 and a 2.5 and then build your way up. So if you guys have any questions, hit me on my Instagram. I reply to everybody. I've helped out a lot of people on Instagram that hit me up. I feel like it's a better connection with me and the people on Instagram. So make sure you're following me and send me a message on Instagram, and I can help you out in any way that you need. So follow me, send me a message. We can chop it up about waves, and I can get you right. That's it, guys. Don't forget, love is love. Shout out to the nation. That's my squad. Peace.